Hello, hello. Mic working, screen working. You're here, I'm here. Hello, everybody. Welcome. I've missed you all, but I have had the best few days. So, yeah, there's, always pros and cons to, doing something a bit different. But anyway, had a really great few days. So welcome back for those of you who follow me regularly. Hello, hello. Nice to see you. So if you're new to my channel, my name's Ruth. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. If you're new to my channel, please hang around. If you don't like this video, you might like another one. So please do go and have a look at what else I've got on here. I think there's a few thousand videos on here now. Quite a few. So you might find one you like. Hi, everybody in the live chat. Really, really nice to see you. I don't know, let me get some more light on the subject. Hello, Susan. Got a box of brown, a brown box of goodies, not a box of brown. That wouldn't be good. Brown box of goodies today too. Awesome. Was that pre-order or just goodies? Hi, Glenna. Hi, Martina. Hi, who else is in here? Diane, Judy, Audrey, Bob, Mary Beth, Candy. Oh, missed you. Oh, hi, Valerie. Hello, hello. All right, so I came home to a box of goodies, which was always fun, because while I was at Sandra's, so I was at another demonstrator's house for 2 nights, and she has the most amazing craft studio. So if you ever get a chance to go visit her in Norfolk, I do recommend a visit to her. She's known as Sandra's Craft Studio. For those of you who knew her many years ago, she was known as the Crafty Biker, but she's now Sandra's Craft Studio. Oh, good, Susan. Good. Hi, Dee Dee. Hi, Nancy. And so I had a great time with her, and she had a pre-order, so I got to see some of these goodies already, but not play with them. So I thought tonight it's your choice, but you can choose a stamp set for me to play with tonight. Although I don't know how we're going to do that. I think we'll just have to type and we'll read, what you decide you want me to do. So as always, when I have a few days away from my desk, I sometimes go, no, I don't know what I'm pressing. I don't know what buttons I'm doing, but I think everything's okay. I think everything is working as it should do. So just got to remember to press the right buttons. There we go. Mic is still working. Yes. So let's start off with some of the papers. I know I'm a bit late to the show with the papers, so you probably have seen a lot of these already. But did I get the Easter set? Not yet, Nancy. It wasn't in the pre-order that I put in, because I pre-ordered because I attended on stage, so there was a limited amount. But in December, from December the 5th, I'll be able to order more. So I just want to have a moment enjoying these. Look, I always love their faceted gems whenever they do faceted gems as embellishments. They're just so pretty. So they've got some sort of glimmer in there, and they're faceted as well. So faceted means you've got these different planes and they just catch the light really beautifully. So absolutely stunning. They go with this suite here that this paper comes from. I'm calling it the lavender paper, but it probably has an official name for it. Let me double check what it's called. Perennial lavender. There we go. It's called perennial lavender. All right. Oh, sorry, just trying to open this in a way that doesn't damage it too much, but I'll probably just will damage the whole thing. I know. Faceted sparkles. So we've got a whole page of beautiful purples and whatnot, and then on the back side is just a nice plainish pattern. Then a whole page of lavender again, and a purpley plainish. Well, I say plainish, it's actually fairly detailed, but it's singular colour. Then we've got that one that's got lots of different things on it, and a motley green pattern. Hi, Sherry. I've got this one. Now, this gave me pause. I thought, ooh, I don't think I've done a 12-inch, 12 by 12 one-sheet wonder using this formation where we come in diagonally. What do you think? I'm wondering about whether to play with the stamp set. I mean, the stamp set's obviously not as big as this, but... Oh! And there's a plaid on the back side. Who's just become a great-grandma? Julie Bennett has just become a great-grandma. Oh, congratulations. That is so cool. I've just seen some pretty stuff with the lavender set. Oh, someone's made already, have they? Oh, gosh, some people are so quick to get making. That's lovely. And then that's the back. That reminds me quite a bit of it just gives me Forever Fern vibes there. Those of you who remember Forever Fern. And that's it. Yeah. Beautiful set of papers. I think absolutely wonderful for lots of different types of projects. Just a disclaimer. I try and give my honest opinion about a lot of the products. Well, all the products. Right, these three are celebration papers. So these are going to be can be earned. They won't be on sale. And so when you spend £45, you can earn these papers for free. They're incredibly romantic and pretty. Those birds, I think, can just be cut out. I mean, I probably wouldn't use that paper as it is, but I would cut those out. But that's the other side. This is the other side to this one, which has the smaller birds on it there. I mean, getting complete wallpaper vibes here. Huge wallpaper vibes. You're not sure about the background colour for the lavender one, Sheila? Is that what you mean? Yeah, it's a really odd colour. It's not, I say odd. It's not a colour we carry. I had a look at it with Sandra and we felt it was a cross between Crumb Cake and maybe Grey Granite. It's like quite mottly. But we decided that Crumb Cake was the best kind of brownish to go with it. I mean, there probably are other browns, but the Crumb Cake was a pretty good one. So audition the templates on the diagonal, please. That's a good suggestion. All right, so some more birds in a tree, and then you've got, oh no, I just showed you that back of that one, didn't I? This one, some more birds again, but with a blue mottled background there. And then we've got this greenery background. Now this one I thought is kind of nice to do fussy cutting, and you've got, you know, some of them have got two, some of them have got one. But the paper, what I call the B-side, would just make a lovely, I think, a lovely album. Now I'm getting into my album making. I do look at papers in a slightly different way. And this one I was quite excited about. I thought it was just really sweet and romantic. Right, now this one, softly stippled. As usual, Stampin' Up! Have teamed or designed the papers to go with stamp sets that are going to be available in the mini catalogue. So this one, I will show you the stamp set this goes with in a second. But sometimes I like the B sides more than the A sides. Yeah, I think I prefer that to that. There we go. That's just like fabric with a bluey design. Just paint, and then now I think the dies will cut these out. There are dies to match and they will cut these out. Oh, I like that one. Oh, it's fabric with slubs in it. So in the textile industry, we call this a slub, where the thread gets thicker. Particularly happens with silk and wool, natural fibres. And so although it can be seen as an imperfection, it's actually, I think it's quite cool. All right, so that's the other side to that. That's the other side. Yeah, again, love that fabric one. And this is like a painterly one. Yeah, I'm not super keen on that one, but I really like that. So, all right, last one of the papers. So this is a set of papers that go with another stamp set. The masculine, there's always got to be a masculine stamp set in the new catalogue. And so this one's tools themed, and you've got plain paper on the back. Loving the poker. Love the poker. And I also quite like this sort of ruler kind of effect. I'm not sure if it's actually true to centimetres and inches. We might have to double check on that one. Let's see. Kinda? Yeah, it's sort of inches and centimetres. Sort of real. But sort of not. Hi, Shaz. I'm not really keen on that. And I'm not really keen on that. Well, that reminds me of a toolbox. That one just makes my eyes go squinty. Oh, that one's not too bad. I like that side. Yeah, that makes my eyes go a bit squinty as well. I think in small doses this would be fine. That I quite like. And that one's great for cutting out. Right, let's move on. Let's move on. Oh, this. Now, where's the packaging for this so that you get a better idea of it? This embossing folder was, when I saw it, I was like, I've got to have that. And I've got an embossing folder class. I have got maybe a couple of spaces on that if anyone wants to join me on Thursday. Embossing folder class, and I will definitely be trying it out with this one here. It's called Layered Florals, and this is going to be coming in the January mini catalogue. It's a 3D one as well. So I'm looking forward to actually using this and then maybe cutting out the flowers, fussy cutting the flowers out, because they're really well defined. So, oh, Shaz. Eek. Eek, eek. Yes, embossing folder, Martina. Martina loves an embossing folder. Right, I'm going to quickly show you the blends that I got. Now, some of them are not very exciting. Some of them are just a restock. Oh, no, they're not. Oh, maybe not. Maybe they need a granny apple. Yeah, that's a restock. These are not. These are new. So that's Lemon Lolly. I've not had Lemon Lolly in the blends before. This is one of the skin tone sets. Not had that one before. And this is Dark and Light Poppy Parade because for some reason I've only got one of those. I don't know where the other one went. And then Blueberry Bushel. Not had that before. So that was a bit of a blends restock because I managed to do my pre-order when there were reductions on those. So I decided to make the most of that. Alright, so I am super excited about this stamp set, Notes of Nature. I mean, those of you who followed my channel for a while will know exactly why I love this. Okay, so you've got great dottage, got great sentiments. These can be cut apart if needs. Then you've got a bit of grid, which we haven't had for a while in a stamp set, so I'm really pleased to have something like that back. Then a great bit of vintage looking script. Then a nice little leafy thing and a bigger leaf, and then a little floral image. So great texture based type of stamp. Yeah, dottage, I know. Then the die set to match has got some interesting elements that are don't necessarily cut out these images, but they complement them really well. So let's get that out. So we have this one here, which is like a faux notebook. Now I have checked with my sister already whether or not this actually fits the Filofax size that I use, and unfortunately it does not. I think Stampin' Up! Have made a bit of a silly mistake there by not having it fit a system. I think it would have been really fab if we could have had one that did. Oh! That's one of those things. It's like, why? Why? Anyway, moving on. There's this fabulous, long, very long leaf die. Then this one, this one, this one, and this one. Leaves. And then these three are the ones that cut out. Which are the ones that I don't tend to use. Although maybe if you shout at me lots, people, I will start using those type of stamp dies a bit more. Alright. To go with that lavender paper that I showed you, we've got this really beautiful laser cut butterfly paper, butterfly embellishments. Just trying to find a pair of scissors. I think oh goodness, my scissors have disappeared because I used some over the weekend and I haven't brought them back. Great to see you, Shaz. And I know you've had a bit of a sticky time of it all. Are you back in hospital now? Or are you back out? Are you home? Oh, congratulations, Jan. All right, let's just look at one of these. So here we go. We've got... Maybe I could use these tonight. So they're not the thickest. So you do have to handle them with care. But they are just the sweetest designs. And they're not small. You've got a range. You've got sort of large, medium, and then a couple of smaller ones. But the smaller ones aren't diddy. They are quite substantial. And in the packet you get, it says 40, but that's not right. 40 divided by 5. So what's that? 8 sheets? Is that right? You get 8 sheets in a pack. So I was able to order 2, so I thought I would because I'm ready for January's classes, my in-person classes. All right, what's the next thing I want to show you? I got some new ribbons. So some of these are current. Some of these are... Oh, just nice to drop stamp sets on the floor. This one is new. This is coming to us in January. Or if you're a demonstrator, you'll be able to order it in December. And I thought it would just make a really cool bracelet. My son quite likes these kind of things. And yeah. There we go. Oh, good. It's definitely working. Good, 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 good. You're in hospital. All right. Yeah, so it's like a leather, faux leather, not real leather, faux leather cord. But I thought it would just be great for making jewellery. So any jewellery makers out there. Then I got some of the shimmery ribbon. This lovely linen ribbon. I don't know if to be honest, there's a bit of a mixture of stuff in this package, so I'm not sure if this is current or not. I've got a feeling that might be in the mini. Then we've got this one here, this gorgeous sort of like linen-y style. It's made from polyester, but it's got a lovely texture to it. Oops, try not to damage the ribbon. Always check to see how it ties a bow. Oh, it's quite substantial. As in it's, it's a good firm ribbon. This would be good for albums. There's no fraying with it. Very nice. Then, I know some of you might have had this before, but this is new to me. The little combo pack that's in the annual catalogue. I love this thin, I love both of them actually. That's got like a grosgrain style, and that's just a thin ribbon. Gorgeous. Right, I'm just going to pick up and show you. This is a Celebration freebie, watermelon. It's not really my style of stamp, but as it was free, I thought, you know what, just going to grab it and have a wee play with it. Might be able to make some things out of it. Now, if you recognise this shape, the Modern Garden punch, the label punch, will punch that out. Just letting you know, and it may even punch that out too. That's like the melon part, and you can stamp that in there, and you can stamp that in there. Isn't that fab? I actually really like watermelon. Never had it on a card before, but you know, I'm happy to go there. All right, now we have actually stocked brown StazOn for ages, but I've never got round to buying it. Now the beauty of StazOn, and I know I don't use it often, but the beauty of StazOn is you can stamp it onto particularly porous backgrounds and it will stick beautifully. And did I get the reinker? I thought I bought the reinker. I've just got to have a little sniff. Oh, it's got the proper StazOn smell. Create a side swatch label for stacked pads. Oh, okay. Great. I'm just going to pop that in there for a minute though. Do not discard. No, you want to keep that on there. Never throw that away, because it's a solvent-based ink pad. It dries out very quickly. So that's called Saddle Brown. So we have black and we have brown. All right, I'll show you those dies in a second. I'll just wait till I get to stamp set. This is a new online only purchase. So if you're shopping online, you can buy this, or if you shop through me, just let me know that you'd like to have this. I'm gonna sneeze, bear with. Ooh, sorry, just had a little tickle there. Yeah, just a really fabulous texture stamp set. So that might be a good one to use tonight. Then we have the painted lavender stamp set, which goes with those lovely papers. Looking forward to playing with that one. Then the stippled roses that went with the papers I just showed, and the dies to match. And there are some really lovely textured leaves in there as well as the dies that actually cut out the design. Oops. And then one of the celebration freebies, this is like the double whammy one, where if you spend £90 you get this for free. You get this gorgeous stamp set, which, I mean, not much not to like about that one. And this really nice embossing folder that I think looks a little bit like embroidery. That's a good idea, Sheila. Yes, it just looks like little stitches. It's a really nice one. So yeah, so you can earn that for absolutely free when you spend £90 on product in January. And actually, if you're a demonstrator placing a pre-order, you also earn celebration goodies on your demonstrator orders. This stamp set was a freebie because I attended on stage, and this again will be available in the January mini. So it's one of those that you can turn it over and you get two designs. So depending how you stick it on the block, you either get a solid image of that or you get the detailed image of that. So it's quite clever. No, it wouldn't have been my first choice, to be quite honest, but the more I look at it, the more I think, oh, actually there are some elements. That is going to be my new dingle dangle. Just saying. Then the last thing to show you, I think, is these papers. So again, online only, exclusive. I've just seen some really beautiful cards made with this. I didn't get the dies, but I just thought, oh, I mean, that's like a card. Just stick it on a bit of a base and you're done, really. Put a nice sentiment on it. So you get 4 designs of each, and each one is just like a masterpiece, really. They're really, really beautiful. Now, who was it that was telling me they bought 3 packs of these? Was it Sheila? So they remind you of Monet paintings. They do. Yeah. Very impressionistic. Beautiful. So again, I know some of you have seen these, but some of you may not have not. Actually, I've just had a horrible feeling. I actually ordered this for a customer. Oh well, oops. She'll know who she is. I'm not going to name her. I've just realised that she asked me to order these for her. Oops. I'll show the backs in a second. She won't mind, I don't think, that I showed it to you. That one. And then the backs. So some of them have got like a floral back, and some of them have got a plain back, a plainer back, like this one. Oh, hold on, I've muddled that one up. So that's the back of that one. And then the back of this one is that one. So if you like skies, I mean, you'll be happy with this one. Hello, Margaret. You've just made sympathy cards with these. Oh, I'm sure they do lend themselves to sympathy cards. They really do. That's the back. Back. Just lots of texture. It's great. Even that one, which you sort of at first glance, you think, oh, it's not got much to that. But the more you look at it, you think, oh. Or you can see, rather, there's lots of texture happening there. I'm nearly done. Right. Okay, in the comments, please tell me what you would like to see me use. These are not included because as I said, I've just realised that these were for a customer, so I'm going to have to wrap those back up nicely using some other packaging. But is there anything on my desk that you've just seen me show you that you'd like me to have a go at using? There may be 2 or 3 things. I don't mind if there's some like ribbon. Hi Caroline. Hi Cindy Fox Taylor. 2 packets Sheila got. Oh, I've got the texture stamp. All right, can use the texture stamp, and I might use it with the butterflies as well. Oh, the one with the dottage. Oh, that one, Notes of Nature. I might use them both, actually. You'd like to see me use the watermelon. Thanks, Mary. Thank you. Trust Mary to choose the thing that I just like the most. The nature bundle. That one. The one with the dottage. All right. I'm just going to put these aside. Remember the other thing that I ordered that I've never had before. A challenge, yeah. Yuck, says Sheila. I know Sheila had like a really like physical reaction to the melon set. I bought this paper because it's got a white core apparently. This is some of the specialty paper. And I thought, oh, I'll just see what that's like, because it'll be interesting for tearing. So yeah, bought that because it was in the sale. And then also bought another pack of the 3x3 mini envelopes because I thought it would be fun to make a mini album using these. So what is this paper pack called again? Oh, this one that I've just opened. It's called the White Centre. Or are you talking about the 6x6? Cheryl, are you asking about the 6x6 or this 12x12? I don't know where the backing piece. Oh, it's called Meandering Meadows, the 6x6. All right, I can sit down now. Oh, right. So let's get a bit of Very Vanilla out. Sorry about my messy desk. Make sure I've got no bits hanging about under here. The watermelon stamps would be great as a base. You know what, I think this one might have got enough texture in it to use, so I might just go with that one for now. It hasn't got anything. Did I have any stamps that have got flowers in? Oh, the lavender. No, I don't want to use that just yet. Oh, it's red rubber. Oh, even better. Okay, right. So this is a good lesson for those of you who buy stamps and have never bought them before. This is how they come. So you pop them all out of the solid, you know, the big sheet, and just pull them. They'll soon come off. And now I tend to put mine back in like that and then take these off. And I'll show you just on one. I'm not going to do all of them tonight, how to put the stickers on. What I tend to do is where the side that's got the slit, I take that whole panel off and stick that to a block. Make sure it's completely flat, and then take off the side panels. If you haven't got nails, just use like a pick tool. Then lay your stamp down, hover the block over the stamp until you know it's correctly positioned, and then go down, and there you have it. Now when you take this off for the first time, make sure you get your nail right under there. Don't pull off by the rubber, but pull the whole thing off, okay? Because the weakest point of this stamp is the grey spongy stuff that easily rips. Okay, this stuff in here, that is rippable, and you don't want to do that. So get your nail right under there and pull it. So I'm going to start off with the sort of more textury stamps to do some backgrounds, a background rather. I'm just going to do a stamped one sheet wonder, and there we go. Who hasn't seen snow? Cheryl hasn't seen. Hi Cheryl Christensen, you haven't seen snow 23 years. Oh wow. Where are you based then? Alright, I think I'm going to go for a little bit of a vintagey sort of theme here. Let's just go and grab some crumb cake and that out. Great to see you all on the live, everybody. So this one, there's a definitely right way up for this. Just going to make sure the lines are parallel to the block. That helps me to figure out where to aim. So let's just, may as well start in the corner there. Oh, so nice. It's so lovely. Just gonna do a bit of a random stamping here, just to fill up the space. Oh, bit of an angle, that one. Never mind. Just thought I should be doing second generation with some of these. Just filling the space up. I'm not overthinking this, just filling the space. Because there are other stamps that I can use as focal points. I'm not being careful with my angles, but never mind. Is Jan on? Jan, I imagine you'd like this one. All right, so that's the crumb cake. So in terms of an actual sort of, when you're doing a stamp one sheet wonder, if you're just using this stamp set, I think these leaves make quite a big impact. So I'm thinking, let's do that in a bit of a darker colour. And then we've also got this little sprig type thing. And I'm wondering about doing that in Pretty Peacock. Hi Jane, nice to see you. Hey Janine. Oh, so I have scheduled on Friday the mixed media canvas class. At the moment, I think I've only got 2 people for definite on that. So it's in danger of not running unless people are able to contact me and let me know as soon as possible if they can make that one. I mean, it's kind of understandable because I have run 2 of those classes in the last 3 months. So it might be that the bulk of you who wanted to do that class have already done it. So I'm happy to postpone it to maybe next year. And I think Glenna's on here who wanted to do it. But if there's any other sort of workshop that some of you have been itching to do and are free on Friday, I don't mind changing it to something else. And then, you know, revisiting the whole mixed media canvas thing next year. I know, it's you and Esther have booked on that one. So sorry about that, Glenna. I've not got anybody else booked on that. Anyway, I like that leaf. It's a very pretty leaf. Let's create a bit more of a focal point by just adding some of these sprigs. Oh, I love it. Love this sprig. It's so cute. This is going to look great in like floral stamping designs as well as this sort of vintagey type thing. Oh no, Shaz, no. Yeah, well, I think we'll wait then, if that's the case. Unless I have a flurry of people saying, oh, Carol Ann would like to do it in 2024. Okay. Okay, fab. Well, I need to tell you a funny little story. So this evening, prior to coming on the live, I was at the little pub that I went to last Monday. And I have to confess, I did not do a good job on advertising the little event last week at all. And I was expecting just to turn up and then come back home after I'd had a drink. Anyway, I turn up and the landlady says, "Oh, have you got anyone booked?" I went, "No, I don't know. I don't think so." I said, "Unfortunately, I just advertised it today, so I'm not expecting, expecting many or any." Anyway, she said, "Well," and she said, "Oh, my daughter's on, she's trying to come, but she's putting the baby to bed and, she's not being very successful, so I'm not sure if she's going to turn up." So I was like, "Oh, well." So I got myself a nice little apple ties and sat down. I thought I may as well do a bit of crocheting. So I started to crochet. And so to the left of me, two lads, well, I say lads, they're probably my age, if not a little bit older. They are talking very loudly, lots of really colourful language, but having a jolly time. It was kind of clear that they'd been there for a little while, had a little bit to drink. And then opposite them was sat a gentleman and a lady with a little dog. And as I was crocheting, the gentleman who was sat next to the lady with the little dog said, "Oh, you crocheting?" I went, "Yes, yes." I said, "Oh, well done for recognising it." I said, "Not everyone knows what it is." And he said, "Oh, I know how to crochet." I went, "Oh, right, okay." Anyway, he then went on to tell me about his grandma, who also crocheted and also was very crafty. And then he came over to show me a photograph of something his grandma had made from a twig, and she stuck it down onto a little bit of stone because she thought it looked like the Loch Ness Monster. So she turned this little twig into like the Loch Ness Monster and then had stuck little stones around it. So it's just like the sort of thing you'd find on holiday, like in a holiday tourist place. Very sweet. Anyway, he also said that, she had done lots of crafts as well. And then he said, "Oh, and then my auntie crocheted her own wedding dress." And he said, "Oh, I've got a picture here somewhere." I went, "Oh, right, okay." Anyway, he found the picture and he did show me this wedding scene, which looked like it was from like the 60s, of a lady stood, in a crocheted wedding dress. And it looked absolutely amazing because initially I had said to him, "Oh, was it in cotton or was it in wool?" And he said, "Oh, I don't know. I'll find it for you." But it very much was more of a wintry scene. So the dress it almost just looked like really gorgeous thick fabric. And it was really sort of simple, but really quite elegant. So Shaz wants to know what stamp set it is. Oh, it's called Notes of Nature, Shaz. Notes of Nature. So that was that. Anyway, then as we were chatting, the landlady's daughter turns up. So she goes, "Oh, I'd like to do, what kit did she do? Oh, the tags with the kind of reindeer on them." So she started to do that one. And then eventually the landlady went, "Oh, go on, I'll do another one." So she started doing the robot kids cards kit. And because she has grandchildren, she said, "Oh, I'll soon use these up." So that was that. Anyway, then the rather inebriated lads to the left of us were starting to sort of, oh, I've done a bit of a halo there, pay an interest in what we were doing. And was very impressed by the tags that my friend was making. And then I had an already opened leftover kit. So I just took some over to sit onto their table and I said, "Oh, look, if you want to have a go, look." And I showed them how the dimensionals work. I said, "Look, you just peel that off and you stick it on here and then blah, 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 blah." And left them to it. Well, that was the quietest that they'd been the whole time I'd been there. The rather colourful language then just dried up, where they were concentrating so hard on doing their little tags and sticking it in the right place and so on and so forth. And I managed to video them as they were chatting. And at one point, the one lad goes to the other, "So what do I do here?" And the other one goes, "Well, what you do is you get these sticky things and you stick that onto the pretty thing and then you put the pretty thing onto that thing." And then he was, oh, it's a bit wonky. He goes, yeah, well, it is a bit wonky after you've had about 5 pints. And then the other one goes, it's more like 6. And he went, what, 6 pints? He went, yeah. And I managed to capture it on camera. It's hilarious. So I'm going to call from now on, the dimensionals are now called the sticky things. All right. And it's absolutely okay to be wonky after you've had 6 pints. Well, then after that, one of them was like, well, where do I get one of these, you know, kit things? Do you make them? I said, well, no, I don't make them, but I can sell you one. So he said, I want that one, which is the one my friend was working on. And I said, I don't have any of those left, but I can order one for you. It's like, okay, great. And then the other one was like, oh, I've really enjoyed myself. I mean, like, usually we do make things with our hands, but nothing like this. I mean, his hands were covered in like grimy paint and whatever. And he was like, oh, but I've really enjoyed myself. And he said, I'd like to make something for my children. What have you got? So I said, well, I've got this Advent kit. You know, would you like to have a go doing this? You could, you know, make it and then maybe put some chocolates in it and, you know, for their Advent. But you've got to do it before the 1st of December. Oh, yeah, go on then. So basically, I sold this lad an Advent kit. The only thing I'm a bit worried about is he's going to wake up in the morning, you know, get up, get ready to go to work, and he's going to look at this kit and go, where has that come from? What happened last night? But thankfully, I did write on an envelope my email address, and I put Facebook Artful Stampin. So I said, look, if you need some help, just email me, and I'll send you a little video of how to put the kit together. And there we go. So any of you who are demonstrators out there, I do encourage you just to craft in public, find a nice cafe or pub or whatever, you know, a nice pub to go and do a bit of crafting. And you never know who you might meet, and introduce some very unlikely lads to the beauty of crafting. So there we go. That's my little story. Sticky things. Yeah. No, Judy, I've set it aside for a minute. I wanted to focus on this one for a minute. Yeah, I might still use it though. Yep. Yeah, thank you everyone. I thought it was so hilarious. And honestly, for the like 10 minutes that they were engrossed in their sticky things and sticking the pretty onto the thing and the whatever, they did not use any colourful language. And then once they put it all down, they went back to chatting about their lives and, you know, and they just fell back into their kind of like workmen kind of language. It was so funny. So there we go. The power of crafting. So as you can see, I am adding the dottage, and where I've stamped maybe flowers that I haven't really sort of put them close enough together for my liking, I'm using the dottage just to fill a little bit of that space, and it looks absolutely fine. There we go. All right, so all that's left to use really is just the sentiments on this, but this will make really nice background paper just to cut up ready to make some pretty cards. Yeah, oh no, I'm there for the next 4 weeks, Janine. Yeah, so I've come to an arrangement with the landlady that I'm just going to be there every Monday. So first I've initially 6 weeks, and then it was just to figure out if people would like me to be there maybe once a month and find out what week of the month they'd like me to be there. But I mean, if you know, if these guys start joining, maybe we'll be there every week. So there we go. Right, I'm going to do another very vanilla, and I'm thinking if I just use, oh dear, I've just thrown it on the floor. If I use the colours that I've just used, and use that other new stamp set, the Art and Texture. Maybe we can do some paper that will work well with the other one. So, can you show us how to make cards with that? Yes, I will. Don't know if it'll be tonight, Audrey, because to be honest, I've had quite a busy few days, lots of late nights and not quite early mornings, but just less sleep than usual. So I'm not at my tip-top form. Yeah, gotta love the local pub. Yeah, well, this one, it's a rather special one. I'm not usually a person that frequents pubs, but oh my word, I don't even know what to start with. There's so much here. Wowzers. Okay, I'm just going to start with the biggest or longest. I mean, it's maybe this one. All right, let's do that for now. I think this is just one of those stamp sets you have to just use to get to know it and find out what it's capable of doing. Sorry, I just feel very awkward this evening. Everything's not quite right, like the camera and... Right, let's see if I can... Right, right. Right, okay. Oh, my cat's just come home. I have been missing for a week and feared the worst, but... Okay, Martina. Oh, that's scary. Haven't seen it for a week. Ooh, okay. Interesting. Right, I'll tell you what I'm going to do also is to stamp. Flip it over and stamp. Okay. What if I do this? Great. This is great for mark making. Just getting some texture down. I know I haven't cleaned that properly. I think what I'm just going to do is just put them back and then clean the whole lot in one go. Very interesting. I'd be interested to know where they got these textures from. If they're just, I don't know, tree rubbings or... Okay, I'm just filling the page. I haven't really got a plan here. Just wanting to see what they look like and what happens when I use these. A bumpy log, a kiss. I love it. You see what you want to see, Barb. Hi, Kim. The Cliffs of Dover. There we go, Nancy. Could be anything. All right. And might change colour now. So this is almost like a reverse grid pattern with these squares here. They're quite spaced out. You can kind of group the pattern a bit if you want. All right, and we haven't used this stripy one. Looks like a puzzle piece. Yeah, it's quite a cool texture set, Cheryl. This would be great for junk journals, mixed media, that type of thing. All of these. And time saving, because if you were to actually sort of sit and have to paint and draw and whatever, all of this, it would take you way longer than what I'm doing now. So I'm just keeping going. I'm just adding and adding and adding. What's happened to Margaret? Oh, Margaret, I'm in hospital for the second time in a week. Surgery last week, COVID this week. Oh, Margaret. Oh. Were you recovering from your surgery okay? If you take your COVID out the equation, with things going okay? I love a bit of a crosshatch. I keep returning to doing a crosshatch because I just really like it. You know what I'd really like to see now? Some leaves in there. But I'm going to keep going. I'm determined to use every single one of these stamps before I put anything else on here. Looks like rain. Ah. Yep. Okay. Let's see what this one looks like. This one I feel is great for edges. Look at that. I mean, you can put it anywhere you want, but just thought, ooh, make a good edge. Plonk it somewhere else. While I was at my friend's house, my demo friend, she was kind of going, oh, I've got loads of second retired stamps to sell. So I was like, oh, can I have a look, please? So I ended up getting a few stamp sets for my friend who's just started stamping. And I picked up a stamp set that I had got in my starter kit. I think I'd chosen it. It was, yeah, either I chose it or it was the one that they suggested for your starter kit. Oh, that's annoying. There we go. And I had sold it to a friend of mine years ago, but every so often I sort of thought about it and thought, oh, I'd really like to have that stamp. Anyway, she had it, so I bought it. I don't know if I've got it with me. Oh yeah. It's this one, Greenhouse Garden. Who remembers this one? So originally it would have been in the shell case, but so she's put it into this. So who remembers this stamp set from way back? I used to love it. So it's a 2-step stamping one. It's all on wood. Although I could take it off and put on some of that nice sticky stuff. But yeah. Ooh, so I'm looking forward to playing with that again. I mean, it looks barely used actually. It's been a little bit used, but hardly. So there we go. That was my purchase of the week last week. Oh, what if I use it on here? That might be a bit fun. Shall I do it? Shall I just go for it? Right, let me carry on finishing using these ones up. I think I've got 2 more to go. I've got the dottage and I've got this kind of crosshatch. So I think I'll do that in the early espresso. Although if I do it in early espresso, you won't be able to see my nice flower stamp. You still have that one, Christine? Huh? Cheryl, sorry. Cheryl. Oh, Cheryl Adams. Have you changed your handle? You've put another name in there. Oh, look at that. Ooh. The detail on that's really nice. It's really thin lines. Real fun. Good one for edges. Oh, cherry cobbler. That's a good idea. Turn it into a kind of modern Christmas card. All right. Now a little bit of splattage. This is more like splattage than dottage, this one. Because it's definitely got a splat. There's an yeah, that's definitely a splat, not a dot. I love that we can zoom in on here. Yeah. Yeah, you do the zooming. I won't do the zooming. Oh, that's sweet, Cheryl. Oh, that's sweet of you, Audrey. Well, I have to disagree with you. Not everything I create is beautiful. You get to see a lot of the beautiful stuff because I do the non-beautiful stuff off screen. And then I show you the beautiful stuff after I've had a go. All right, so Sheila's requested cherry cobbler. Now this is a 2-step stamping set, but I don't know if I can be bothered to do the 2-step stamping. I might just do some details in that one. I think I'm just going to go for it and see what happens. Ugh. I mean, just on its own, it's a lovely stamp. Don't necessarily need to do the two-step. Now, watch sales of Greenhouse Garden go crazy on eBay now, after you all go and find this one. Hard to see that last one. Ah, I know what you mean, Judy, but it is definitely there, adding this little kind of like splash of texture in the background. And that is often what texture stamps do. They're very understated, but it's like the whole sum of their parts, as it were. It's worth putting on. Okay, this I'm just going to eyeball and go for it, because I've got no idea if I'm going to get this completely right, but I can't be bothered to get my Stamp-A-Majig out just to get this perfect, so I'm just going to go for it. Oh, it's not too bad. It's working out all right. There we go. Not overthink it. Just go for it. You see, if this was made nowadays, that would be a photopolymer for sure. I think I'll just use this little one now. I'm not going to use all of these. Just do it. Oh, it's so weird using wood again. I was thinking, why does this feel so weird to hold? It's because it's wood. Not done this in a long time. Honestly, this looks like it's hardly used. I was wondering how on earth that could be a two-step stamp. Yeah, so prior to selling photopolymer stamps, we would use the Stamp-A-Majig to align the stamps up. Which we don't sell anymore, unfortunately. But it's very easy to make your own from Lego. Just need to find an obliging child to steal some Lego from, and you can make your own. Right, let's see if I can aim this just about correctly. It's a really delicate set. Oh, I'm so pleased I got this back. I know it wasn't my original stamp, but it's as good as... Oh, nostalgia. So 12 years ago I signed up and I had this stamp set. So I've not played with it for probably about 10 years. And I think this is one of the stamps that really kind of got me falling in love with floral stamps, really. Right, are there any leaves? Now that's interesting. There are no leaves in this set. Wow. Interesting. Let's use this one. I'm just going to clean that off. Right. Bit of early espresso. Right, that was nice. Gotta have some proper dottage now. What do you think? Are you ready, Glenna? You ready? It's probably from at least 15 years ago. I bought it when it first came out and I don't use it much anymore. Oh, lots available on eBay, but all in the USA. Oh. Well, it's worth, for those of you in the UK, I don't know if you know about this Facebook group called In Search of, ISO, Stampin' Up. And if you go on there and you can put a picture of what it is that you're looking for, I mean, you can just go and get a screen grab from Google. You can ask on there if anyone has it, and if they do, they just tell you how much they want for it, and then you can say yes or no. So it is very pretty dottage, this one. Yeah, it's a really, really good dottage. And while I'm here, I may as well do a bit of texture. Throwing all of the stuff at it now. This is so fun. Actually, I might use it that way round. Oh, yeah. So exciting. Oh, yeah. Oh, love it. Who'd have thought a little grid stamp could just be the bee's knees? Yes, yes, yes. Happiness. Stamp happiness. Look, see? It works with the grid. Hi, Navarana. Well, there's plenty of other flower stamps. You don't need to necessarily go out and buy this flower stamp, but it's worth saving some pennies up for the new catalogue, because that Notes of Nature is fabulous. So that one there. Right, I'm going to love you and leave you guys, because I know half the video was taken up with me doing showing you my pre-order and new product. But I will probably just come back maybe tomorrow to make some cards out of these papers. Let me know which one you like. A or B. Thanks, Bob. Got the light on it there. There we go. That's what I'm eyeing now. Right, so I used, colour-wise, I used Crumb Cake. Oh, so for this one, Crumb Cake, Pretty Peacock, and Early Espresso. So just 3 colours for this one. And then for this one, I added some Pecan Pie and some Cherry Cobbler. Right, so those were the colours for this piece here. And the stamp set that I use, or 2 stamp sets that I use, was Notes of Nature, which is a stamp set that will be coming out for everybody in January. But if you're a demonstrator, you'll be able to order it in December. Take care, Janine. So lovely to see you. And then of Art and Texture, which is available currently. This is an online exclusive of Art and Texture Navarana. This is a very you one, actually. Lots of kind of like mark making and texture. Excuse me. Yeah, really fun. So that's what I used to start off with to do that background. And then added, now this is not available currently. This is Greenhouse Garden, and some of you have just said that it's from 15 years ago. Well, I had it 12 years ago, this one. I managed to pick it up secondhand from a friend of mine. So happy to have it back. there we go. And so tomorrow I might have a play then with these dies to make some cards from these 2 stamp sets, and that's the dies that go with that one there. Right, any other questions, please do email me, ruthtrice@gmail.com, or Facebook or Insta or whatever it is. And if you'd like a copy of the mini catalogue that will be coming out in January, please do drop me a line if you haven't shopped with me recently. If you have shopped with me recently, you will definitely be getting one anyway. So don't worry about that. You don't have to contact me. But if you haven't shopped with me ever or recently and you'd like a catalogue, then please just email me. And if you want to do class on Friday, if you've got any other ideas, if you don't fancy doing the mixed media one but would like to do something else, if I get some emails tonight, I can have a look at them and then we can decide about Friday. Or we can maybe do something else. All right, take care, Jan. Lovely to see you. It's like 2 different kinds of drawer paper. Ah, cool. Take care, Shaz. I hope you rest well tonight. I know it's a bit trickier in hospital, but yeah, rest well. And Margaret, God bless. Hope you get better from your COVID soon. Who else was there? Hi, Deb. Lovely to see you. Nope. Okay. Lots of love, everybody. Take care, Elizabeth. Nice to see you.